Sing a song of freedom.
I grew up in an environment where faith was highly valued. If you had faith, then you could achieve or you could accomplish anything. And I think sometimes in environments like that, works tend to be minimized. And I think I grew up just watching a lot of people who felt that their belief in God or that their belief in something that was higher than themselves was all that they needed to achieve what they wanted to in life. And I watched a lot of folks kind of spiral out of control and whose lives seemed to get away from them, whose lives seemed to become something other than what they wanted because they did not feel that it was even appropriate or right to take the reins in their own life.
Sing a song of freedom.
So a song of freedom really has to do with that soul-searching place that a lot of us have to come to after a point where we say we know that God is sovereign and there are certain things that are in God's hands and that we do not have control over. But what is the part of our lives that we do have control over? Where is the part that we are required as human beings to step forward and say, I'm going to make a conscious decision to accomplish the things that I want to accomplish or to come up out of a funk or whatever it is. It's a declarative song that encourages the listener, being myself first, to act. My father wrote a song whose lyrics say, I'm going to act on the freedom that's mine. So first of all, understanding that there's a certain amount of freedom that you have in this world that no one can take away from you. And I've written a lot of music about finding that personal place of freedom, finding that liberty. My father wrote about finding freedom and finding liberty. Sometimes when I do a song of freedom live, I'll go into my father's song. His song was called Emancipated. It was about a slave who had been freed, who didn't know quite how to access that freedom and didn't quite know how to move forward.
Sing a song of freedom.
It's really a question of examining the boundaries that we imagine that exist, and a lot of the bondage that we allow ourselves to be held in is self-imposed. But sometimes it can be a safe thing to imagine that there are boundaries around you because you don't trust yourself. So that's kind of the thing that song is getting into a little bit, declaring that freedom for yourself and allowing yourself to experience the freedom that your life offers to you fully.
Song of liberty.